Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FTL Multiverse Vanilla Voyages with the Kruos. In the last episode, we traversed through the Rebel and NG sectors, and it got a little bit hectic in the Rebel sectors when we fought all those auto ships. But it should be okay now. So with that out of the way, let's just jump to the next sector. We said we were going to go to the Republican outreaches, so let's head on over. Okay, you've entered hyperspeed. Okay, here we go. While it could take mere minutes to travel between two beacons, it could take hours to travel between sectors. Fortunately, this delay applies to all ships, including Rebels. Continue. While in hyperspeed, you have several options. Proceed to the leech sector. Don't expect your largest threat here to be the leeches themselves. Their kind have mostly stayed neutral towards the Federation. The risk lies between the Inquisition and Coalition forces allied with the Republic. Be careful who you confide in here, and try not to take too much advantage of the downtrodden citizens here. Exit hyperspeed. Leech society is in tatters, and their government in a constant state of upheaval. Hopefully the government doesn't collapse while you're here, and you can make it out of the other end safely. Continue. Leech security in recent times has gotten more and more lax, so busily handling the threat of Alcram's revolution, the Republic can barely react to foreign intruders. This is good news for you. You should be able to get by without being bothered. Contact the guard. The Leech ship ignores you entirely. They're either napping or just don't care. Ignore the guard. They have a pretty powerful weapon system, so we're just gonna ignore them. And we'll do nothing on the ship. Actually, we'll do something on board the ship. Perform a task or salvage operation, run a salvage mission, survey the nearby area. A small shrine located nearby drifts abandoned through space. Typically, you find these closer to more densely populated Elestrian temples as a sort of stopping point for ships that can't make the whole journey. Rate the shrine for any valuables. While in the process of rating for valuables, a small elderly monk you didn't notice before you spots you and protests softly. You ignore him, knowing he's incapable of doing anything to stop you. But this probably won't reflect so well on your mission. Notoriety increased for the ministry. Oh, well, that's annoying. Anyway, let's go to this rock store. As soon as you jump in, the voice of a rockman blares throughout your ship. Visitors, come in and visit my brand new mine launcher emporium. We sell mine launchers and other things because no one buys the goddamn mine launchers. But please, buy my mine launchers. Check out the emporium. Oh good, visitors at last. Have you come to purchase a mine launcher? Oh please, my stock is expansive, endless even. Shop around. Okay, we'll do nothing on the ship. So let's see what we got. We got a bunch of mine launchers. So the thing about mine launchers is that they're kind of like flat guns that shoot out projectiles with a radius. The problem with the mine launchers is that they require missiles and their projectiles are slow. It does mean they get past shields, but it's not very good. Here, look at the tip. Mine launchers do no system damage, but have reasonable status effect chances, and fire salvos of slow-moving mines which pierce all shields, decent for spreading chaos. This particular mine launcher over here, the segment mine launcher, fires a burst of slow-moving incendiary projectiles, and also serves as an efficient way to lay traps for the fleet. So, each mine launcher can provide fleet delay for a certain amount of missiles. In this case, this mine launcher can provide 3 fleet delay for 17 missiles. But that's a lot of missiles, and I'm not trying to use a lot of missiles on my runs. And on top of that, I don't like the fact that mine launchers don't do any hull damage. So it's like a worse version of a flat gun, and if a flat gun was a missile. So I will be ignoring mine launchers. Anyway, let's see what else we got. We can buy a teleporter, a med bay. I don't think I want any of that. We're just going to buy some fuel, I guess, and that'll be all. Let's go to Sylvan the Merchant and see what he has to say. Stranger, we reunite at last. Got some new stock since the last time we saw each other. See what he's offering. Ah, stranger. Any self-respecting renegade knows they need some gear if they're going to survive. Well, he wants to sell me a bunch of ion weapons, which are good at taking down shields, but they're not that useful. So I'm gonna sell this combat drone and this shrapnel bomb that we got in the last episode, and I'm going to work on getting this modular missile online. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep our current weapons set up. upgrade our engines and our reactor to power the engines. And we're also going to upgrade our piloting, sensors, and doors. And with that out of the way, let's try and get some fights in. The nearby leech ship looks to be dumping out several lumpy black bags from their airlocks near a trash ring. Must be another lazy do-nothing who can't be bothered to recycle. Hey, stop that! Littering is bad! The leech captain looks at you bewildered. Yes, littering. I do apologize. Yeah. Orchid crew, lecture the leeches? Demand they pick it up for themselves, or offer to pick it up for them? I've done this event before. And you can get a crew member if you have a clone bay, and I'll show you why in a minute. So let's demand they pick it up themselves. The leech ship panics, frightened by the responsibility now placed on them. They power up their weapons, and will do nothing for combat. Oh, they boarded us in here, but luckily our Lanius have sucked out the oxygen, and now we can just fight them in here. We took a hit on our weapons, which is not good at all. We're gonna have to get that fixed. Alright, we hit them a couple times, and they're dead. If you keep destroying leech ships, maybe they'll give up and leave you alone for good. It's probably too much to hope for, but it's not impossible either. Pick up the trash. You float closer to the black bags and scoop them up into the ship. However, they're oddly squishy. Pulling open the bag reveals a revolting sight of dismembered leech organs, recently cut apart. Looks like these guys were trying to hide the evidence. Clone Bay. Collect some DNA swabs and clone them. The frightened and most certainly traumatized leech that emerges from your clone bay proceeds to panic and demands to know who you are. Once you've explained the situation, they calm down and agree to work, probably because they're afraid you'll kill them too. Alright, well we got a leech who has training in weapons and engines, I believe, so we're going to send everyone back to their positions and keep on going. Looks like a chrysalic mission has been established nearby by the theocracy. The permission to build these outposts was part of their trade to support the president against the revolution. It seems the Inquisition couldn't stop the insurrection, but nevertheless these missions are littered around leech space. Visit the mission. The moment you step aboard, you're greeted by the unpleasant musk of unbathed raw clergymen and leech bile. You manage to suppress the vomit rising in your throat, but catch a few strange looks from the residents. Leave before the stench kills you, because we don't need any of these weapons. Now we gotta wait for our FTL drive to charge. Alright, let's keep going. A nearby revolutionary ship accuses you of supporting President Tyradio and attacks before you can defend yourself. We'll do nothing for combat. Alright, we're gonna hack their weapons here so that we don't take any hits. And they've boarded us, so yeah, we're gonna hack this, unleash the chaos. Perfect! 2 breaches! Look at that. Alright, let's go take care of this vampweed. And they're dead. You know space has no sound, but you can almost swear you heard the jubilant cries of relief from the leech ship's crew as they were blown to smithereens. Yeah, well, if they didn't want to fight in the first place, then why did they attack us for no reason? That's the real question. Alright, let's keep going. It's only here in leech space that you could expect to find immense volumes of garbage littering the cosmos. This beacon is abandoned, save for all of the trash, so perhaps you could take advantage of it? Salvage some of the junk. Looks like all the trash field has to offer is some measly scrap. Nevertheless, it's still something. We got 20 scrap. Well, something's better than nothing, you know what they say. The introduction of the leeches into the coalition seems to have been only a half-hearted gesture on both sides. The Republic doesn't seem all too keen on acting in the interest of the coalition, and it's highly probable the coalition is only helping fight the revolutionaries because of the number of soldiers the leeches could provide. Now, enough politics! A threat approaches. Let's kill them. Well, they've boarded us yet again. Surprise, surprise. We've hacked their weapons. And now, we're gonna shoot their weapons. Uh-oh. Okay, we gotta get everybody out of here. more borders? Oh, come on. You know what? I'm just gonna vent them. And, yeah, just vent these borders and put this guy over here. Yeah, we'll put this guy over here. They're gonna take out my hacking, but it's okay. Alright. Now let it rip! Aw, dang it. We didn't totally destroy... Actually, we did destroy the shield system, so yeah. You could tell it's hard for the Coalition captain to admit, but they've been bested. They offer us surrender. I'm not gonna give them a... I'm gonna deny them mercy. I'm not gonna accept their surrender, because when you accept surrenders, you don't get a lot of scrap. You get more scrap from just blowing them up and then accepting their surrenders. So, unless I want to unlock a ship or something, and you have to accept the surrender for that, I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm just gonna get more scrap. Like this. The enemy ship crumbles into its constituent pieces. The combined ingenuity of the Federation's enemies fortunately results in a ship that is quite profitable to scrap. Nice. Alright, let's keep going. As with many insurrections, it appears the Leech revolutionaries are violent and aggressive nationalists who'll attack anyone, even passing Federation ships like you with no word in the matter. Okay, well, and I'll just hack their shields. It's the best thing to do. And they broke our drone. Asteroid there. They're trying to board us yet again. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's happening. So we're having a fight down here, and we gotta send some crew over. I'm gonna get my two Lanius in here, and we hit their weapons. Okay. All right, now hit those shields. Nice, and we even killed one of their guys. And they're dead. If the legends of the once great Leech military were ever true, they certainly don't hold up today. For your sake, let's hope they don't ever make a resurgence. Yeah, you got that right. I'd like to not fight powerful ships, unless of course it means I get free scrap. And another asteroid field. We've been having so many asteroid fields this sector, it's crazy. The unpredictable strategies employed by the incompetent and usually only half-willing modern Irrigan military can make Leech ships frightening adversaries. Let's hope you can make it out of this one without too many scratches. And we'll do some last-minute repairs before combat. One whole point prepared. They're gonna board us again with their teleporter. And, oh, by the way, guys, something I gotta let you know. You see this? The oxygen is depowered because the Leech depowers the systems. So, until the Leech dies, they are going to depower the systems. So, either keep them out of the room, or... Oh, okay. It appears the Leech ship has reconsidered staying around to finish the fight. They're trying to escape. From out of nowhere, the Leech ship simply powers off its weapons and shields. They aren't quite out of the fight yet, but it seems as though they want you to kill them. Let's see what happens if we spare them and stop firing. The Leeches are surprised but grateful. One wounded soldier offers himself up to work aboard your ship, likely as an escape from his services to the Republic. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. Please help us fix the oxygen that you so mercilessly destroyed. Alright, let's keep going. I've been saying that a lot, let's keep going, but seriously, let's keep going. A small Republic colony is sending out a distress signal. Something awful is happening. People are going to sleep and just not waking up. Even the clone bay doesn't fix it. If you have any medical know-how, please help us out. Don't approach the colony. Alright, you have some time to do something else on the ship. So we'll perform a task, repair the hull, and use a small amount of scrap to repair 5 hull points. Now, with that out of the way, I'm going to refresh my crew. And while I do that, I'm just going to tell you about the Leeches. What's special about the Leeches is that here. The scummy Leeches are often referred to as the bottom feeders of the galaxy, and for good reason. So their stats are they drain 1 power bar from any enemy system that they're in. So for example, if they're in the oxygen room, they'll take out power from the oxygen, but just not all of it, only 1 power. But they cannot take away power from the piloting system. Their max health is reduced to 90 HP, and they get stunned for 1.5 times the amount usual duration. And what's cool about these guys is that if they're not in combat for more than 5 seconds, they regenerate 6.4 HP per second. So they heal out of combat if they're not fighting anybody. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And now let's just go refresh this guy. Alright, everyone's back. And I also had to change some of my keyboard controls because when I reloaded the game, for whatever reason, my controls were not saved, so I had to quickly change those, but it's all good. So now we can travel to this exit beacon to get to the next sector. But we actually have one more jump that we can make beforehand, so we'll do that afterwards. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Explore. You arrive in the sector and are greeted by a science vessel waiting by the beacon. They hail you. We find ourselves low on fuel and have a proposition. So let's see, 2 fuel for 3 drone parts. Well, we have 18 fuel, and we need drone parts for hacking, so I'm actually going to do this deal. We can make one more jump before we have to go. A coalition ship hails you from nearby. At first, you're hesitant of a trick, but they seem to genuinely want to talk. I can't take it! I can't take it! I just can't take it! These leeches are driving me mad. I could be in some cushy job blowing up orphanages, but apparently leeches don't even have orphanages. They've already blown them all up. What good is there when I can't senselessly murder children? Wait, did you just say you're killing children? Oh crap, forgot you were a Fed. Oh well, guess I could take solace in blowing you up. Just pretend you're an orphan, alright? Sure, whatever you say. And just pretend to not be upset when I hack your shields. Okay, they shot an ion stunner, which is gonna stun all of the crew in the shield room. We gotta get everyone out of here. Go, 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 and... oh, it missed, so it's okay. Alright, fire! Kill the child murderers! Okay, a couple more shots to the face should do the trick nicely. And... let her rip! The captain of the coalition ship hails you, and begrudgingly requests that you accept their surrender. Let their cries of terror go in vain. And they're dead. The coalition ship explodes. As the separate pieces float away, you can once again see the divide between the factions. You like it better this way. I couldn't agree more, game. I couldn't agree more. Alright, we've been here, so let's get to the next sector. Spectral Wastelands. Ooh. What's this all about? You've entered hyperspeed. Your multiverse drive is still charging. Continue. Proceed to the Spectral Wastelands. This sector once belonged to the Dynasty, but some unknown force came through here, wiping out most of their colonies. All that remains are scavengers and a few Dynasty vessels sent to reclaim what little they can. Rumors speak of a band of mercenaries called the Spook Chasers who linger in this sector. Exit hyperspeed. The stories of this sector still fascinate you to this day. Long before the Federation, this was once ruled by the Spectral Dynasty, but from nowhere, some mysterious force wiped practically every ghost in this sector from existence. You wish you could ask the ghosts themselves what went down, but you know that'll never happen. Looks like the Dynasty still has a guard lying around, probably to keep scavengers or vagabonds out of their stuff. Your translator struggles to pick up their static vocals for a moment, but eventually pulls through. This sector is not for visitation. Go somewhere else, breather. The Dynasty needs not the Federation intervention you seek to provide. This is a pretty powerful ship. Prepare to fight. You rush to defensive positions as the guard approaches menacingly. Do some last-minute checkups, make some last-minute repairs, and prepare for battle. So that's a very interesting lore there, and it seems that these Dynasty ghost guys don't need oxygen to survive. So it'll be useful to kill them with our Arlanius. Should really get to hacking those weapons. Alright, our Arlanius are taking a beating. It's okay. Alright, we hit their shields. Nice. Oh, they have such a long cloak. Oh no, they boarded us again. Quick! And hack their weapons. Yes, depower. Get offline. And blow it up! Nice, completely offline. Quick, send in these guys. Oh, they killed our Engie, but turn on the clone bay. No, they killed our leech, so we'll send in our second leech. The clone bay will respawn them. Oh, they cloaked. Alright, now should be our chance. Fire everything! Dang it! We hit their drone control twice, but it still wasn't enough to kill them. Alright, this should finish them off. Come on. There we go. Ouch, they hit our clone bay, but luckily all our crew is still alive. You have defeated the Dynasty Guard. Whatever might have been in their cargo has for certain been destroyed, but you could at least salvage some supplies from the ship. Alright, and I accidentally skipped that message there. I didn't mean to do that, but basically it was just, you have time to do stuff on the ship, so. And in the meantime, we're gonna reset our Orchid again. And I should probably tell you, The thing about these ghosts is that when they board your systems, they sabotage them near instantly. So it's always important to try and make sure that they don't... You always have somebody in each system to prevent them from sabotaging. So, yeah, keep that in mind. And let's wait for this guy to respawn. Great, he's at full health again. So now we can go to this Dynasty forward outpost. What do we got here? The Dynasty seems to appreciate keeping a very close watch over potential threats. So close, in fact, that they've set up a forward station all the way out here. Maybe it contains data worth something to you. Engage the outpost. If the Dynasty is watching this sector, chances are they've already collected a ton of data, and data, in any form, is valuable to you. Do some last-minute checkups, make last-minute repairs, and we'll fight. I'm gonna hack their weapons again. Depower those weapons. And... where did they board us? Oh, they boarded us in Clone Bay. We gotta get them out of there. Oh, no, no, they're sabotaging it so fast. Okay, okay. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, the thing about these guys, yeah, they sabotage so quickly. It's crazy. And I don't want them touching my Clone Bay, because if that thing breaks, they're gonna die. Alright, that's perfect. We hit them twice. We hit them a bajillion times, and we caused 2 breaches. And they're all dead. The outpost has fallen. This definitely won't please the Dynasty, but what are they going to do about it? Looks like one of the station's terminals survived, a black box of sorts. In it contains heavily detailed map data for this sector and predictions of the rebel fleet progress. This will help greatly. Fleet delayed by 1 jump. Perfect. Oh, and we got a map of the sector, so each one of these little exclamation points is a ship fight. So we're going to travel to these exclamation points and try to get some scrap. Your ship receives a hail, but you aren't sure from where. You accept, and a painfully loud static floods the speakers, insulting your bloodline and calling you a filthy, lung-born breather. A ghost ship approaches, weapons ready. Oh yeah, by the way, some ghosts will fly these wrecked ships. This is a wrecked Zoltan ship with a missing top piece. Think of the Vega. So basically, the guys that pilot the wrecked ships are called Vegamons. You could think of them kind of as like those guys that live in those abandoned houses, the scrappers, the squatters, whatever you want to call them, that live in those places. But our job is to blow them up and not get hit in the engines. Lighter ready. Okay, we hit him once. Oh, we hit him a few times. Alright, he should be almost dead. One more shot, and boop, got him. It is hard to draw the line between the original state of disrepair the vessel was in and the destruction you have caused. You add to the damage even further by scrapping the ship. Alright, and we're gonna reset my NG. Alright, he's dead. The clanking sound means the NG died, and now he should respawn. Alright, he's back. Let's go, let's keep going. Well actually, first I want to upgrade. We're gonna upgrade our engines, and we're gonna upgrade our reactor. Just once. You're hailed by an angry slug captain. God damn ghosts! The nebula are ours! I had enough issues to deal with. I can't deal with a Federation ship here too. Show them that you aren't messing around. Should have known you'd try this. Better I destroy your ship than the ghosts claim it themselves. You get ready for combat. Make some last-minute repairs. Continue. And they've mind-controlled us. I'm not so happy with that, but hopefully we can pull through. Please just stop. I'd really appreciate it if you stop. Alright, thanks for listening. Now we're gonna hack your weapons again, buddy. Dang, we missed every shot! Oh my gosh. Ow, they hit our Clone Bay. And it's a good thing we got that Clone Bay upgrade. Okay, we hit him once. Alright, perfect. There we go. Oh, they mind control their leech. And since he's mind controlled, he'll take out oxygen from the system. Because it's the oxygen. Okay, I see no reason to lie right now. We're kinda screwed unless you let us go. We'll give you some junk if you agree. Refuse to spare them. Dead. Get out of here, slug bastards. The slug ship is no more. You scrap the wreckage. Let's press on. Looks like you're receiving a short-range broadcast. Your flesh shall appease the demon's heart one more day. Your weapons shall be its destruction. for the good of the Dynasty. A ghost vessel approaches nearby, weapons drawn and already firing. Now they boarded us, and I'm not gonna bother hacking their weapons because I'm just gonna blow them up. Just like that. Let's hit him again. Instantly dead. There you go. The Dynasty's architects probably cringe every time they catch news another one of their ships has been destroyed. Their fleets have been reduced ever since the great cataclysm of their past, and you certainly aren't helping. But I don't care, because these ghosts seem to hate us, so they don't like the Federation, so yeah. Lanius aren't common sights in nebula sectors, but they're drawn to the ghosts. Natural enemies, the Lanius prey on the ghosts to absorb their ships. The Lanius here don't care that you're not ghost and attack regardless. Yeah, no, we're Lanius, so I don't know why they're like this. But, oh no, that's, okay. It's fine, it's fine. And we're gonna get our clone bay up and hack their weapons. Okay, so what's going on? We have another guy in here. Nice, weapons offline. Alright, they've mind controlled their Engie. I'm just gonna have to kill them. You receive a hail from the ship followed by a crude translation device burning. Stop, stop, stop! Continue the assault. Goodbye! The destruction of the Lanius vessel provides you with a great satisfaction, knowing how infamously difficult the Lanius are as foes. Oh yeah. In the base game of FTL Normal, in the normal FTL mod, there's a ship called the Lanius Bomber that are usually really powerful, so people don't really like fighting those. You always find yourself second guessing when you encounter a wreck. You don't have time to think about it for very long because the wreck at this beacon moves in to attack you first. Make last minute repairs and continue. Alright, nice. Nice. Absolute destruction. Here we go. The circle of life for this ship has been complete. Now finally destroyed as it should have been originally, you scrap what remains. Let's keep going here. You're hailed by the rock ship at this beacon as soon as you jump in. Their crew are curled up on the ground, rocking back and forth. Their captain shakes the camera violently, yelling at you. Ghosts! Ghosts! Are you a ghost? Absolutely. Their caption shrivels in fear and begs you not to eat their stomachs. You don't believe the ghosts are carnivorous at all, but the Rockmen clearly don't know that. We're gonna eat you! The Rockman begins to cry. No, 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 no! He slams his fist on the table in front of him and orders his psychotic crew to pull themselves together and attack. Well, okay, let's go kill these psychopaths. Well, maybe not psychopaths, but whatever you want to call them. Two breaches. Weapons offline. Total destruction. The rock ship hails. Enough! We were told aliens were a threat to our ways, and you have proved as much. Take this and leave us in peace. Finish them off. And they're dead. By destroying this ship, you have indeed proven yourself a threat to the Rockmen's ways. Hail, good traveler. I am Domidus the Explorer, privy to all knowledge that one might need on these dark, nebulous clouds. All except for one vital fact whom eludes me. I have heard the legends of a so-called acid nebula, yet I have never seen one myself. I must find it. Not sure, could you describe one? Well, they're a green hue and have the nature of a nebula. That's really it. Lie and say you've heard about them. Really? I am amazed. Please, please, you must tell me where. Make up some coordinates. Huh? But I have already been there. I've laid sight on all that system has to offer, but there is no acid nebula to be seen. Had you simply said no, there would have been no harm. But lying to me? Unforgivable. I shall not live with such an insult going unmatched. Okay, let's make repairs again. And they have a Pegasus missile, which shoots 2 missiles that do 2 damage each, I think. So we gotta watch out for that. Nice, we hacked it just in time. It was about to fire. Alright, let her in. Perfect. Hit him again. The ghost ship is no more. You scrap what you can. Ghost vagabonds usually inhabit their ship for long periods of time until the damage becomes too major to be ignored. The ghost ship at this beacon is on its last breath, but unexpectedly the ghost crew makes no attempt to attack your ship. A quick scan shows why. Their weapons are barely functional and the engines are leaking fuel fast. Easy target, attack, or pay them some scrap to fix up their hull, or ignore the ship. Well, you know me, I'm usually overzealous, and I usually like attacking things like this, but let's see what happens if we pay them some scrap to fix up their hull. Your donations are most generous, but they will not be enough to accommodate everyone. This vessel will live another day, but I must seek somewhere new to continue my travels. You will do. We got a new crew member named Ghastly. It's a ghost vagabond. You could stand, I guess... You can stand in the weapons? No. You could stand in the shields. Now, what's cool about these vagabonds is that they're kind of like the ghosts, but they're different. A powerful and electrifying vagabond ghost, not to be confused with the actual paranormal who don't exist. Inherited phantom stats, takes no damage from hazards, 80 HP, 0.8 times the speed, and has door-facing properties, so they can go through doors, even if they're locked. Periodic ability. When it's below 80 HP, it deals 2 ion damage and stuns all crew in the room except for themselves for 7 seconds. And they sabotage systems at 1.3 times the speed. The reason why I don't really like these guys that much is because you can't control their ion ability. So here it says when their health is below 80, which is their max health, by the way. So if they take any amount of damage, they'll periodically start doing ion damage and stunning your own crew, which is pretty terrible. So, matter of fact, I'm just going to keep them in an empty room over here. And this is also a pretty terrible sector layout, or perhaps I just went in a bad spot. But it's okay, because we'll just go up and then we'll backtrack for the exit. You're ready to fight, but the wreck here is silent. Its crew are dead, and their attacker are long gone. You cautiously scrap the ship. Let's go to a store. It seems the store beacon is broadcasting from within a nebula. You press on further inside the clouds. Looks like you're receiving a transmission from a nearby crystal ship, but it comes out heavily garbled. You don't have a clue as to what they're saying. Try and translate what he's saying. You try for a while to decipher his message, but during the silence, the crystal pops back on, now speaking normally. Apologies, I'm still accustomed to not having to use my translator. I'm a merchant vessel. Would you care to trade? Alright, sure. Let's see here. I don't want to buy anything. I'm going to buy more drone parts. I'm going to buy quite a bit of drone parts, actually. I'll fix up the hull a tiny bit. And I think now would be a good time to get that missile online. So we go 1, 2, for all the weapons, and 1, 2. Right there, just 1, I guess. And now that that's out of the way, we're going to do this. So now we'll have our missile in the first slot, just like that. Alright. Now we have to backtrack. We've already been to this beacon, so... And now for the exit. Alright, this is a pretty interesting episode. This long-range beacon is almost hidden within a nebula. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector, explore. The slug ship that descends into view as you enter the ion storm must have sensed your distress. Defensive action! Okay, we'll do last-minute repairs. So this is a half-power nebula. I'm going to, and they have that big giant scary beam that I'm gonna hack, so, yeah. There we go, perfect, absolute destruction. Here, I have a gift for you. It's a missile to the shields. Boom. The slug captain hails you. Oh, your highness, you are so brave and truly the greatest warrior to have ever lived. Will you spare us so that we may share your tale? Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, ignore their cries. And they're dead. For all the slugs' efforts, they were not able to defeat you. The victor of this battle, you, indulge yourself by scrapping their ship. Alright, and let's turn on our engines back so we can jump to the next sector, which is going to be the Hive Brood Worlds. Interesting. Well, we're going to save that for the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of FTL Multiverse Vanilla Voyages with the Kruos. This is a very interesting run. We had some ghosts, we had some ghostly adventures, and yeah, and a lot of interesting stuff happened this run. So, yeah, just stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you guys there. Peace.